The greatest prison of scarcity isn't in unpaid bills, lack of opportunities, or external injustice. It lies within. It hides where most people never look, in the invisible emotional roots. When someone, even without realizing it, carries the belief that they are not enough, that they don't deserve more, or that they must struggle and suffer to achieve anything in life, that vibration seeps deep into their energy field. But inside, a different voice speaks. There's a silent conflict between the conscious desire and the unconscious belief. The problem isn't in the bulb, it's in the circuit. On the surface, they may say they want to prosper, to change their life, to attract abundance. The stress of overdue bills is a teacher saying success is only for a select few. Their patterns pass down from generation to generation, absorbed as part of our identity. You can only transform what you're willing to see. And healing only begins when you face your truth with compassion. When a person consciously decides to stop being a victim of life and instead become a co-creator of their reality, that doesn't mean denying past pain or pretending everything was fine. It means integrating the pain, giving it new meaning, and choosing a new path forward. And unless we consciously rewrite them, they keep running in the background, influencing decisions, sabotaging opportunities, and creating an invisible ceiling on what we believe we can achieve. And there are others with material wealth who live trapped in emotional scarcity, insecurity, and fear of loss. We grow up hearing that we have to work hard, suffer, and sacrifice endlessly to succeed. But is that really the only way? True wealth begins in the unseen, begins in the heart and the emotions and the energy we carry every single day. They're no longer just words. They become energetic declarations, keys that open new internal doors. And when that memory turns into a constant vibration, everything around them begins to shift. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to who you are being. The ancients already knew this. They understood that what's inside reflects what's outside. That the visible comes from the invisible. That form follows energy, vibration. It's how at peace you feel within yourself. It's whether you're living with purpose, with truth, with connection. The hidden roots of self-sabotage, the fear of success, the guilt around wanting more, the shame of standing out, the lingering feeling that nothing is ever enough. This can be meditation, prayer, conscious breathing, using sacred symbols, rituals with natural elements, or even moments of silence and contemplation. There's an invisible line between those who chase money and those who naturally attract it. When you vibrate guilt, fear, or insecurity, no matter how much you try, the flow shuts down. They talk about free time, inner peace, purpose. They vibrate in the archetype of value, deservingness, gratitude, and self-love. Because prospering isn't about doing more. It's about being more whole, more connected with who you are, more aware of your true worth. That line isn't invisible actions. It's an internal vibration. It appears as emotional health, true connections, ease in daily life, clarity in decisions. It manifests in how someone relates to time, body, others, and themselves. Or a seemingly harmless phrase like money doesn't grow on trees that echoes with emotional weight. The sacred doesn't open up to those who deceive themselves. But who do I need to become for money to want to be with me? And for that, they prosper. The key is vibrational coherence. You stop chasing money, because money starts chasing you. This person, without realizing it, activates a natural magnetic field. They become an abundance antenna. It shifts focus from doing to being, from effort to coherence, from external search to internal alignment. The sincerity of the heart demands presence. When you feel heavy, breathe, step back, care for your energetic field. A foot bath with coarse salt, a gentle frequency music, or an affirmation like "I now release all energy that does not belong to me" can help reset everything inside. It's like trying to turn on a light with faulty wiring. The intention is good, but the internal system can't support it. The universe is sensitive to details. No one is perfect. It's about truthfulness, about consciously maintaining your energy, about living with clarity, gratitude, and presence. The secret isn't never to fall, but to know how to get up without losing yourself. Because those who sustain their vibrational field even on hard days begin to notice the unexpected. money arriving unexpectedly, invitations out of nowhere, solutions appearing when least expected. It perceives your inner state, and it responds accordingly. But it must not be the center of your life. It can be something simple. Listening to music tuned to 432 Hz in the morning, thanking for breakfast, taking an herbal bath at night, lighting incense, or simply breathing deeply while looking at the sky. When money becomes the only focus, the soul dims. And without soul, there's no true fulfillment. It's when you feel aligned with something bigger, the flow of life itself. They say no to what drains them and yes to what nourishes, expands, and inspires. And this internal circuit starts forming early in life. In childhood, many people witness moments that become emotional codes, a fight between parents over money. These statements and experiences take root. Often they are seen as normal, as absolute truths. Most of those beliefs aren't even ours. They're emotional and energetic inheritances. It's the first step to spiritual healing around prosperity. ISNT, making more money. It's recognizing the invisible wounds. And yes, this takes courage. Looking within, with honesty, is not always comfortable, but it's necessary. This is where real change begins. That S, when statements like, "I forgive myself for believing I am not enough," or "I release the belief that I have to suffer to deserve," become powerful tools. From that moment on, the internal soil begins to shift. And when the soil shifts, the seeds planted start to bloom differently. Wealth is not just about numbers in a bank account. It's about frequency. There are people with very little money who overflow with generosity, gratitude, and joy. True prosperity is when you wake up feeling inspired, when you look at your life and feel proud, even in the face of challenges. Money, in this context, is welcome. It's a wonderful tool. It opens doors, brings comfort and freedom. Truly prosperous people understand this. They stop trading their peace for hollow goals. They begin making choices aligned with their values. They stop accepting emotional scraps in relationships, in opportunities, and in how they're treated. They remember their worth. What you tolerate vibrates with you. What you honor flourishes. This is the foundation of spirituality applied to prosperity. It's that cultivating daily spiritual practices, no matter how simple, is essential for anyone who wants to prosper in a stable and genuine way. What matters is not the form, but the intention. Because lighting a candle asking for prosperity won't work if inside you still carry anger, resentment, or limiting beliefs. When someone starts their day with presence, with gratitude, with a clear intention, they anchor a different frequency. These small gestures hold great power, and if the day is hard, that's okay. Life doesn't demand perfection. Don't fight the moments when you fall. They're part of the cycle. But true prosperity goes beyond that. It's not limited to material things. It's a state of connection. The universe doesn't respond to chaotic effort. It responds to frequency. Truly prosperous people don't only talk about goals and numbers. Here's a practical example. Think of someone who lovingly takes care of their body, celebrates small wins, rests without guilt, and looks in the mirror with love. They don't beg for attention, don't constantly compare themselves, and don't live in survival mode. They choose consciously. They choose with presence. This prosperity, by the way, is not just about money. So perhaps the right question isn't, what do I need to do to have more money? This question changes everything. No, it's not about perfection. When you begin to become this more authentic version of yourself, something magical happens.